Hey guys, Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to do something other than a beer review. I just got my new phone in the mail, and I'm going to do something like an average phone user, and we're going to take a look at our new phone. Boom. Just came yesterday from FedEx. So let's take a look at this box. All right, guys. Like I said, I just got the new iPhone 10. I'm currently using an iPhone 6S. I've had it since day one. It's going on about 2.5 years old. You can start to notice a little bit of a stutter every now and then. The battery life, I think, is starting to dwindle as well. This is not an unboxing video. This is not, showing you the volume keys and stuff on the phone. Everybody knows what a phone looks like. You don't need to know anything else about it. A couple of the things I'd like to tell you about. One, I'm not a professional tech YouTuber. I am an average consumer. I had to spend money for this. I didn't get it for free. I had to spend money for this. I didn't get it free. One of the things you have to consider why I chose the iPhone 10 over competitors and or Android was, I have a Mac Mini. I have an a MacBook Air. We have iPads, iPad Pros. My wife has an iPhone. All of the kids have their old iPhones, which are iPods, and they message me and they video chat with me. So I'm invested into the ecosystem. So I finally, bit the bullet and upgraded to the iPhone 10. I'm going to give this a shot. Let's see if it has any charge on it. Yep. I think a couple of things you'll notice differently from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 10 is it's just a slight bit fatter, the iPhone 10 is. And it becomes pretty apparent once you put it into a case. It's just a little bit fatter. Obviously, you can see the difference in the screen. It's wonderful. I'll turn the iPhone 6 up so that you can see its glory. Let's see. It's very small. I like the form factor. I love the
headphones.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I think what you'll really enjoy once you see this phone and it's not tethered to a security string at the AT&T store is that it feels really good. The screen is really nice looking. It feels a little bit denser in the hand than the iPhone 6S. Yeah, you can kind of see it's missing the earphone, headphone jack, which, apparently is a big deal to some people. I'm upgraded from a single camera to a double camera for the portrait modes, different things like that. So let's see if I'll set it up later and Face ID. There's a passcode. I'll do that off camera. And yeah, so I really dig it. I hope that this phone treats me as good as my iPhone 6S has treated me over these last couple of years. It really has been a workhorse. So the next thing I'll move this 6S out of the way. I got a couple of different case variations, both off eBay, and both for very reasonable. So I want to show you guys what these cases look like with the phone in them. So very easy to put on, This one actually feels very like low profile, and then it's got a little metal band around it to kind of hold it in place. And I didn't think I was going to be super impressed with it when it was, off the phone, but there. You have access to your power, access to the vibration switch. It feels really nice. And this is a metal bumper, which comes with a little screwdriver so that you can take off the screws, and it just slides the phone in. And I for some reason I love these little metal bumpers. I've had them all the way from my iPhone 5, my 5, my 5S. I had it on the 6, the 6S, and now I have it on the 10. This is the old bumper for the iPhone. I just love it. It just makes the phone feel different. And while I was on Amazon, I got my wireless charger for the iPhone. Now, do yourself a favor. Do not spend $60 or $80 on a wireless charger from the AT&T store or from the Apple store. I got this for $6.95 off of eBay. And it does the exact same thing as the other ones do. So, everyday consumer here. I'm just trying to save you guys a little bit of money. And so this is a little look at my iPhone 10. It feels really good. I'm looking forward to kind of putting my settings in and restoring it from my backup. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Leave me some feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. All right, so in conclusion, I think I'll start with the cons. I think the number one con is the price. They're getting more expensive year by year, and this year was that almost the breaking point of having to maybe spend $1,000 on a phone. I got the base model, 64 gigabytes. I've got a 64 gigabyte iPhone 6S, and I still had 25 gigabytes free on it. So I felt comfortable buying the 64 gigabyte iPhone 10. I think the thickness is going to be something that people are going to have to get used to. It might be a little half step backwards with, you get these really thin iPhone 6s and 6Ss and 7s and 8s. And this, even as minuscule of a millimeter is, you can still kind of notice a little bit of a difference, even with especially with a case on it. Do you know what I mean? I think also another drawback is it's the same sort of form factor. It's the same style phone from what we had maybe since the iPhone 3 and 3GS. It's the same look. It's the same. There's nothing crazy except this one has the removal of the home button. All right. I think iOS 11 for when you boil it all down, I think iOS 11 is still very, very similar to iOS 6 and iOS 7 and iOS 8 and 9, and it's just and 10, and there hasn't really been a huge renovation to the operating system, which you can have the best phone in the world, but if you still have that same old tired operating system, it just feels old and stale. Do you know what I mean? I haven't had any problems yet, but I think some of the durability issues might play into effect in the future if I'm thinking about having this phone for a year or two. A glass-bodied design might play into its longevity. It's not a big deal to me because I had both the 4 and the 4S, both of which were great phones for me. I had no problems with a glass phone. Other people might. With that being said, what I do like about the phone is obviously the screen. The screen's huge, and they were able to fit a nice big screen into a smaller form factor, which is nice. Like, in a day and age where phones are becoming more and more absurdly enormous, it's nice to see somebody going the other way. It really is.
I like, there's clear things like going from a 2-year-old phone to a brand new phone. So you get speed updates. I had a single lens camera. I went to a dual lens camera. Um, I got a little bit better battery performance. Things like that. It's just it's really nice to see those things. I really like the augmented reality. Those are really cool things that I'm gonna have to play around with. But just on an afternoon of using it, I really enjoyed. Um, Talking about the wireless charging that I got for $6 or $6.99 or whatever it is. That has been extremely convenient. Just plugging it in over by the coffee maker and just setting it down on the counter, and it's charging. It just it's been really convenient so far. Um, I'm sure there's a ton others that people will come up with as to the pros of buying an iPhone 10. But it's just it's the new version. It's the latest iteration of the iPhone line, and it comes with all of the new bells and whistles, and you're happy for a little while and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed kind of making it and showing you the new phone. I'm not really a tech, uh, you know, blogger or anything like that, so take my opinion for what you think it's worth. You can leave me a thumbs up or tell me I'm a complete idiot. I don't really care. I've been on computers for a very long time. So, with that being said, hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.